Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to continue working on part 2 of this SL house. Let's get started. So in the previous video, you were able to set up our project. Now we're going to continue working on this by adding on walls. So here, under architecture, we are going to click on wall. And then here, we have basic wall generic 200 millimeters. For this one, it's basically emptied. So if we check here, everything is emptied out. Nothing is in the exterior and the interior side. All I know is that newer Revit, I'm still using Revit 2020, but I know Revit 2021 and onwards, the new ones, they don't have preset for generic 200 millimeters anymore. So for you guys, what I can tell you is you could just choose whatever you want here, and then here you just click edit. Make sure to duplicate this. So you put in exterior wall number 1. Press OK, click on the edit, and then here we basically have the exterior side and then the interior side. We just need to delete everything except for the core boundaries, structure, and core boundaries. Those three things are the ones that you cannot erase or you cannot delete. So right now what I'm gonna do is just click on delete, and then once we're here, as you can see, everything is grayed out. So the delete button is grayed out because that's something that you cannot delete. So here I'm selecting this, it's grayed out. So now we're just gonna click on the membrane layer, delete that, and then delete the finish. And then now we're basically the same thing as the basic generic wall. So here the thickness, we're gonna make it as 200. And then here for materials, we're going to change it to something white. So I usually add, for example, only gypsum wallboard or clad white. For some people, they don't have clad white. So what you can do is you can select gypsum wallboard and then duplicate it. Here you can duplicate selected materials and just name it clad white. What we're looking for this is something that we can differentiate different materials, because once we're in Twinmotion, we're gonna set the materials, final materials there. Here in Revit, we don't need to. We just need to set it to its different materials. So I'm just gonna click apply, OK, and then we have the clad white there. Why am I using clad white or something white? Because that's something that is good when you're looking at, like it's something that it's easy to look at in the eye. So that's why I want something white. And then eventually once we're working on it, you can select different materials like metal or wood, so it depends on you, but that's my preference. So here we can click OK, and then let's start here first. So as you can see, we have options right here, and then we have the same option right here. For the top constraint, we're in level 1 right now. We want it to be up to level 2. So here we're going to select this one to up to level 2. And once I change this, this will be changed as well. So it will provide the 3000 millimeters that we set our levels. So now this is level 2. We're just going to leave it as wall center line, and chain is checked. So once we set that, let's click on A1 grid line up to A4. and then let's go down all the way to H4, and then here up to H2, go back here to G2, and then G1, and then all the way back to A1. So very simple. We just have the perimeter like that. And then now, after that, we can press escape and then escape again. So we finish adding the exterior wall. So now, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna click on wall again, and here we're going to use exterior wall number 1 to create interior wall number 1. So click on edit type, duplicate, and here we just need to change this to interior wall number 1. Press OK, and then OK again. Now we have interior and exterior walls that are basic and doesn't have any other layers on it. So first off, zoom in here, and then let's add a wall just here in number 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on F4 up to F3, and then going up right here, but just don't connect it to this wall. So we're going to figure out what the extension here later on. After that, we're going to add another wall, the same wall, right here under C1 to C2. So that's done already. This will be our kitchen area. And then here we're going to add roughly around 2000. So I'm gonna click on this wall, and then we could just change it or get it to here. So that's 2000, so exactly right there. Trim and extend, and then select it there. And here, because will be an exterior wall, this will need to be exterior wall. It shouldn't be interior wall. So that's something that we're gonna change, but at the same time we're going to add another wall right here, and then we could pull this back like so. So I'm going to pull this back to give some gap, unjoin the element, and then CS, add this wall right here connecting both of this. We could select this by clicking on tab and then select. Once you do that, you'll be able to change it instantly by using exterior wall. So now this is all exterior wall as well, and we have a gap. This is still interior wall, so we still we have that. And then here we're going to select this. We're just gonna change this a bit. So instead of 1245, I want to change this to 2655. So now this is more inclined there. So just select this and then select this temporary dimension, and it will move it backwards like that, or move it upwards like that. So that's something that you need to change. And then after that, we need to add interior walls right about here. So here, select that, CS. So CS is create similar, that's under modify, and this is the icon for that, create similar. It's already grayed out because we already selected that. So now in terms of CS, whatever you choose For example, if you want interior walls, furniture, or wherever, it will basically you will be able to add the same one instantly. So for example, if you want to add grid line, CS that, so you could add grid line again. So here for this example, I'm going to select interior wall, CS that, and then here I'm just going to connect this one right there and then right there. So now everything is connected like that. So that's something that is very useful, and then you'll be able to add things that you already added before. So that's something that is very useful, especially to make your life easy, and then to make your life or you can be faster by doing that. So now here I'm going to add this, and then in terms of this height, around 2000. Maybe we could just do this as 1500. That's too much. So 1500, so that we have enough room here. So 1500 for that, and then this will be where we're gonna put the stairs. And then in terms of wall, again, we're going to add an interior wall right here. This will be around 2500. So we have 2500 for that, and then we could basically extend this one later on if you wanted to, but that's something that we want to add now, so that later on we could just pull it back, and then here we could just put this one as 1500, like so. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to insert, load family, and I think it's better if we add the door in order for us to visualize the layout of this floor plan. So here, click on door, click on residential, and then we have this different kinds of door. We're gonna use interior doors for now, and then later on we could change it to a more and nicer door. So here, usually I select all of them, or I load all of them. So I'm gonna select this one, go all the way down, and then hold on shift and select the last one. It will highlight everything, and then you'll be able to load everything to our door here. It's just saying that you selected a large number of loaded families. Do you really want it? Yes, you will. And then now once you click on door, everything is right here. So here I'm just going to select around 800 by 2000. So around that that high and the width. So I'm gonna add this one right here. In terms of the washroom, I'm going to add around 700 by 2000, and then I want it to be inside, going inside. This one is going to be will be our opening for our laundry, and then we're going to add another wall right here. This will be interior wall, and this will be pantry. So at least we have different layers of this, and then we'll be able to add pantry here, and then we have our laundry space right here. And then for the laundry, I wanted to have multiple openings, so that you don't need to just come here. We could have it into our backyard or our courtyard or whatever you want to be this one to be called. So at least we have something like that. And then now we have our entrance right here. We have we're going to add a main entrance right here. So I want to check our door, and then we should check our exterior door. So for now, I just want to add that one. I'm just gonna choose maybe around 900 by 2000, and I believe that is good enough to be added. So here I'm just gonna click on door, DR, that's for short, and then let's just add it right about here. So we have our door entrance right here, and then what we can do is we could add in our garage door as well. So click on insert again, load family, and we have a couple of garage door right here. I've used it a lot before, so I'm gonna use this one to change it up. Most of the time I use the other one, CM or DR. So now let's just add it right about here. So we have a garage door, and let's look at it at 3D to see how it looks. So that's about it. That's how it looks. Garage door, and then we have our door right here. We might change it later on, but as of now, I just want everybody to visualize what we're doing here. That's why I'm adding some doors right away. The kitchen area will be right here where the pantry is. So that one will be added later on. And like I said, living room, living area, or family room, living area, dining area right here, powder room, garage, main entrance. So that's the plan. I'm planning to add the main entrance right here as well, so that we could add in a more beautiful entrance right here. So that's something that I'm still contemplating, but for now let's just add it right here. And before we finish, I wanted to add all the plumbing stuff. So here I'm going to go to insert, load family, go back to the main, look for plumbing, architecture, fixture, and we have water closet, urinals, and then sink. Water closet, we're just going to use the domestic 2D. We don't need to add in the 3D. And then here, so my rule is every time I load something, I want to load them and then add them instantly. The reason for that is so that we don't need to go here under architecture, click right here, and then place the component that we just added. And sometimes if we keep on adding everything, it will be lost right here. And sometimes you loaded so much right here that you won't be able, or it's not easy anymore to look for it. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, instead of clicking right here, you just type in CM. That's the keyboard shortcut, and then let's add it right about here. And then we need to add sink, so let's load on the sink, go back to the main right here, sink, and then we have some vanity sink. I'm gonna use the square and then CM, and then let's add it right about here. We're also going to add sink to our laundry area right here. So I'm just gonna add it right here in the middle, and at the same time I'm gonna load in the washer and dryer. So go back here, go to specialty equipment, domestic, mid-range, and then we have the washer and dryer combo. Click open, and then CM, and then we have our washer and dryer right here. I don't want the label to be shown, so I could select that, edit type, and then uncheck show label, like so. And then at least we have some rectangle right there, or square. And then after that, let's go to annotate. I'm gonna use detailed line to represent the top, or the countertop, or the work set, whatever you choose for the term. But here I'm just gonna use this in order for me to show that there's a top there. Also right here, I'm gonna use a thin line to show that we have a worktop right here. And then in terms of the pantry, we could add in, same thing, annotate, and then detailed line, and then I'm just gonna use thin line like that. And then after the thin line, I'm gonna use demolish, so that we have a dashed line representing that there's multiple shelvings right there. So I'm just gonna push it out a little bit like so, and I'm happy with it. And then right about here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to extend this wall, and then CS that wall. So now I'm adding a closet right here. I'm going to check this out. Around 700 will be good enough. And then here, we already added the dash line right here. So what I'm going to do is select that, CS, so that I could just add that instantly. I'm going to add 2 lines to represent the rod. And then let's go to insert, load family, and go back to doors. And then under doors, we have residential, and then we have interior double slided door. So click on open, and then I'm just gonna select all of them. And then here DR, type DR, and then let's add in the smallest one that we have. So that's perfect on that. So we have, once we enter, we have some storage here for our coats, and then we have the garage door right here, and then we could enter the main, or the second main as well. So thank you for watching, and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.